Welcome to today's session. Again, it's a clarity sessions. Any questions you can ask? I'm blank. I have nothing in mind, nothing to speak until you ask me something. Till then, we can meditate in silence till a question comes. How do you get grace and how can it keep flowing? Basically, there are two ways of looking at it, objectively and subjectively. I am more interested subjectively because subjective is the final culmination of the goal. Even if you go objectively, you have to come some or the other day to subjectively. All these questions which are there, any questions can be looked from both angles all the time. And as I told here, we are focusing mostly on subjective. Subjective means it begins from the realization or the memory that I am only the Param Tattva. From that angle, I look at it. But there is another angle, which is objective. Most of our questions are objective. I always end up converting them subjectively. This path is subjective. Objective means I am a seeker and then there is a God in front of me, or I am ignorant and I am seeking wisdom, or I am in bondage and I am seeking self realization. That is objective. Here, if you see, we talk subjectively. We remind you again and again that you are already in that state. You have forgotten yourself. So, when you have forgotten yourself, you think to be or assume to be someone other than the self, other than Shiva state. I'm not saying that you will have an awareness that I am Shiva all the time. Because if you have, then there is nothing to work on. But I'm telling, even if you are a seeker, you must bring yourself to the understanding subjective. And from there, ask this question. The whole scene will change. Like the question asked now, 99.9 people ask those questions that only. How to get grace. Now, who's the one who's getting grace? Who doesn't have grace? Isn't it? The question itself shows that I do not have grace. So, how do I get grace? Objectively, you'll never have grace. Objectively, you are in bondage. Objectively, you are ignorant. So, those who are ignorant, they seek wisdom. It is like asking how to seek wisdom or how to get self realized, how to attain God. Objective. So, that is why this question also comes how to get grace, like how to get God, how to get grace, and keep it flowing. So here, if you see in this manner, nothing is in our hands. Grace is somewhere else, and we have to go get it. And then we have to work hard to keep it flowing. Not that the question is wrong, but it's a long cut. That is basically the Anvopaya approach, the first level approach. I'm not saying this question. Everybody will ask that only. I have never seen anybody asking a subjective question. Because by default, we go back into that objective and then we are seeking God. We are seeking something. It's very difficult to come to subjective approach. But I keep reminding on that. Because subjectively, it's easier to understand the answer of the same question. So see the same question. I want to attain God. Objective. What is subjective? I am God. Aham Brahmasmi. So when Aham Brahmasmi is there, I am God, there is nothing to attain. Which God are you going to attain now? See, the whole scenario changes. You might not even know I am Aham Brahmasmi. You might be objectively, the state of mind might be objective only. But again, when you become aware, objectively also, when you become aware, you must become aware of this. That Shivoham, I am only that. And from that angle, you must try to find the answer. So, see, the answers are very simple. I'll give you answers to the other questions, objective questions. You guess this answer. How to get grace and how to keep it flowing. So now I'm telling another question, objectively. How to get God? The answer is subjectively, I am only God. Where are you going to find other God? I am only that. Now you tell me the answer of I want to get grace. Anybody? Very difficult, right? To come to subjective, very difficult. Good, Nilesh, very good. I am only grace. No, grace is within me is not the right answer. Because see, I did not say I want to get God. I did not say the answer as God is within me. There are three stages. I am separate, God is separate. So when God is separate, that is upper level, lower, first level. God is separate, I am separate. I want to attain God, first level. Second is what you said, God is within me, para apara. Third is I am God. Convert the same thing. Yeah, we should. Convert the same thing. I want to get grace. Grace is within me. I am grace. Is that difficult? Three level it is, three level. What I'm trying to say is this awareness must bring us to at least level two. From there, the approach is different. If not that level three, para state. Para, we will not come to that state, but I'm telling at least the approach, mindset. Because just by asking, nobody is going to become. By saying, you're not going to become. Aham Brahmasmi, if you keep on saying, you're not going to become Brahman. You will not know it. But approach, I'm saying. I know I have not realized I'm Brahman. But at least the Shastras have told me, Gurus have told me. So there must be some truth in it. I am in the process of investigating that I am Shiva. Humble approach. Otherwise, what will happen? You see people are going off. मैं कभी कभी लगता है कि अपन ही भगवान. It's like that. I am God, then I am going to do this, I'm going to do that. Some other area only it will go. Am Brahmasmi, this path, I am God is all good. But we must be very careful of this ego. We must have awareness of this ego so that it simply doesn't go elsewhere else. If this is taken care of, then the path is very safe. If this is not taken care of, you do not know when it is going to change. When it can get into wrong direction. You never know. So while we practice Aham Brahmasmi, Shivoham, all those things, I have to practice groundedness. I have to practice humility. I have to be aware of this thing called ego. I have to question when I say Aham Brahmasmi, who is saying this? Is the ego saying that? Or is it an experience saying it? If it is an experience saying it, good. But if the ego saying it or the mind is saying it, not good. That is why Nityananda is warning. Don't go on saying, I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, because ego will come into it. Pride will come that I am Shiva and everybody else is ignorant. You can see some people, they get off. They start claiming that I am only Shiva. Then automatically it will come that everybody is ignorant. Then the thing will come that I got to teach everybody a lesson. I've got to bring everybody on the path. It is my duty. All those things will come. You can get mentally deluded. Dangers. Those are dangers. That is why Nityananda says, don't go around saying Aham Brahmasmi. Say Shiva is in me, Shiva is in all. Like the question asked now. Grace is within me, grace is within all. That is the second step. At least start from there. Rather than saying grace is not with me, it is with God, and God is somewhere very far. I don't know how to go and catch that God. Because the mindset creates our reality. If we carry this kind of a mindset that grace is locked with God, then I will always feel carry this deprivation in me. I will always carry that it is not in my hands. Then how do I get it out of God's hands? What sadhana do I need to do? How do I flatter the God? How do I worship Him? How do I meditate on Him? In whichever bhava. But the thing will be that I want to get it from Him. But the second approach is much more better because the mindset creation will be that grace is in me and grace is within all. Everybody is there. Means what happens? I know it is within me, but I have to realize, I have to find out how it is within me. Third level is I am only grace. Oh, that's little difficult. Shiva Sutras, that is. I am grace. How to realize I am grace? You cannot realize until you come start from at least this level. That grace is within me. Me only it is. It is not anywhere else outside. I do not have to please anybody outside. The grace is within me. It is not locked with a guru. It is not locked with a god. It is not locked with a deity. Oh, then how does it? How are there so many stories where they say only if the guru is pleased, he can give you grace. He will bless you. I simply don't believe in this because the word please is a very cheap word. In Guru Shishya relationship, it's a cheap word. I somehow don't relate to that. Please, pleasing. What is this? Pleasing is flattery, chaplacy. I don't agree with that word. You can please your boss, you can please your officials, you can please a politician. But what is this? Pleasing a guru. What is this? Pleasing God. Because you only tell me that God is unconditional love. You only tell me Guru is unconditional. If there is unconditioned there, pleasing is condition. Pleasing means what? I have to please. Please means what? He is displeased. Contrast आ गया. He is displeased, so I have to please him. So there is effort to make something possible there. Unconditional means what? Only one bhava is there. There is nothing in return. No two-way transaction, just one way, giving, giving, giving. That is called unconditional love. So if the God is giving, if Guru is giving, then grace is always flowing out of him. Common sense. Then why do I have to go and please somebody? And if I have to please the Guru and if I have to please the God, then they are conditional beings. They cannot be unconditional. And if they are not unconditional, then they are not complete. Unconditional is the last, final completion. Advaita. See, these all contradict. I'm not a believer. I'll not believe this. I'll investigate how these things are. So I don't believe in pleasing anybody. If pleasing was everything, then there are stories that tell us so much about without pleasing, without flattering the Guru or God also. There are so many stories where the disciple has attained grace. Eklavya, for instance, his Guru is not favoring him. Dronacharya is favoring his favorite student or disciple, Arjuna, whatever reason. Let us not get into politics. Who cares? But I'm telling, this is a story, right? We all know about it. So let's say Arjuna is pleasing, and the Guru Dronacharya is pleased with Arjuna. That is why he is giving him special blessings. But then Eklavya, he is in a forest. He doesn't even see the Guru. He simply makes a murti, an idol of the Guru, and starts worshipping him, and he gets all the grace. In fact, more grace than Arjuna, because you can see the skill that he had acquired, which only Dronacharya knows, which Dronacharya promises Arjuna, I will not give this to anybody else, only to you, my dear disciple. And when that gets exposed, when Eklavya shoots that arrow into a dog, the arrow passes through the mouth and through the back of the dog. That skill of shooting directly into the mouth and piercing out of the rear of the dog is a very special skill, which was only taught to Arjuna. So when this dog comes running in front of Arjuna, Arjuna is shocked. Somebody else knows this Vidya. And my Guru told me that he has only taught me. That means he has taught somebody else. And he goes and asks Dronacharya, whom did you teach? You are my favorite Guru. I am your favorite disciples. We both love each other. Who is this third one outside? And Dronacharya says, I don't know any third person. All in this world that I know is only you. You are my near and dear one. Rest all, I've never put attention anywhere. Then Arjuna says, then what is this skill about? Then even he's shocked. Oh my God, how does this happen? I have not taught anybody this Vidya. Then they go and find out that it was Ekalavya who shot it. And when they find that, I presume both are disappointed because this guy has just put the image and got all the grace. Now tell me about this. Your stories only. I'm putting it back to your what I read from here and there. So both two cases, one shows that grace can be attained from somebody. The other says grace need not be attained from somebody because it is within me. In Eklavya's case, it is in his bhava. He generates grace by his bhava, the power within him. Now tell me the same question. Can grace be seeked? Yes, it can be. One level, apara level, you have to become Arjuna and become blah 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 worthy, go serve the Guru, please the Guru, whatever people say, pleasing the Guru, and then the Guru has to be happy, and all those things. Apara level. Next level is parapara. where Ekalavya knows that the grace is within him, his guru is within him. See, why doesn't he go outside? Because he knows the guru is inside. The first case, the guru is always outside. So he has to always be at his feet, pressing his feet, and always trying to please the physical body, the presence of the physical body. The second one knows that the presence is within. His inner guru is activated. So he knows there is no one to go and see. He has so much of faith in his inner guru. To activate that inner guru, he just needs an idol. That's all. That is a deep level, next level. Now I'm asking these questions. How many of us have reached that kind of a stage? Where you know that grace is within, guru is within. Maybe you just need an image to just remember and turn within. Then you are in the second stage. If you say, no, I need the physical presence only, I need to listen to the Guru only, I need to listen to his talk, I need to exchange communication, I need to go and meet him, have his darshan, have his touch, sparsha, upper level. That also works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works here. Both the cases, both it worked. For Arjun also it worked, for Ekalavya also it works. That's what I'm trying to say. As your bhava, so the results. Stages of evolution. These. So I'm putting the answers. The question I could have answered it in one stroke, but that's not the whole thing. Because anytime we ask any such kind of questions, we should understand this now very clearly. Where is it coming from? Then it will be easy for you only to track it down. You should come to a state where you need not ask now. You understand it. Okay. Which level am I asking this question from? First, second, or third? Apara or para or para? Which level is that? What we talked about Ekalavya is second level. Because he has generated it from within. Third level, he doesn't need an idol also. He is the Guru. As a third level. Shiva is outside first level. Shiva is within me second level. I am Shiva, Shivoham third level. Brahman is outside. I am the worshipper of that Brahman first level. Second is Brahman is within me. Third level is Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman. Yesterday we discussed it. In Shakti Sadhana, Mahalalita Tripura Sundari is outside in the yantra, symbolism of Tripura Sundari. First level. Second is Advaitic level. She is within me. Third level, para level, I am Lalita person. Everything has three levels. You cannot go to the third level just because, oh, I know it now. It cannot. It has to be established step by step. But what I'm saying is take the second approach at least for any question. Now, see, the whole thing is very clear. First level, grace is outside. So I need to go in search of grace with whoever it is. That grace might be in a temple, it might be on a hill, it might be on Kailasha, it might be on in a river, it might be in Kumbh Mela. आजकल का चर्चा है nowadays. It might be in a guru sitting in some remote distance. It might be in some ashram. First level. Second level is everything is within me. Grace is not held by an outside entity, but grace is held by this entity. So it is within me. Second level. Kumbh Mela is within me. Where is it? Yesterday we discussed Varanasi. Sorry, Prayagraj, Triveni Sangam. I now have realized that Ganga, Yamuna, which is there, these two rivers which are there, They come and meet here. And the Shushumna, which is there, that also meets here. Triveni Sangam. So my Shahi Snana is here. I go within. My Mahakumbh is here. Second level. Third level, I am only Kumbha. Whichever level we are, that kind of our sadhanas. In the first level, you will run outside. Second one, where you are, you will practice. Third one, it is established, nothing to practice. Simple. So now this question also that only grace is outside in some place. It is in Kumbh Mela. No, now I know. Second level, grace is within me. Whenever I want, I go and activate it inside. Whenever I activate inside, I feel the grace flowing. Most of you are in that state. Most of you who are doing those practices correctly. Whenever you turn within, you see Kriya happening, Kundalini happening. You are not activating any Kundalini. This is a path of deep surrender. गोते लगाओ यहीं पे. You dive into grace here. And that grace does the work. You need not understand how it does. Please understand, this whole path is surrender. What we are talking here is surrender. There is no, I do not encourage any kind of doership here. All the three stages. First stage also there is total surrender. You don't know the mechanism of how it works, how grace works, or how Shakti works. I don't know the mechanism. So I go and surrender to somebody who has that mechanism. I surrender to a God who has that mechanism. I don't know anything. That I don't know is a good thing. I don't know anything is very good. Because you say, I submit myself to some higher that knows. Okay. See, path of surrender there. Second level also, you say, my head doesn't know, my mind doesn't know, my brain doesn't know, my intelligence doesn't know how this whole thing works. I know grace is within me, but I don't know how it works. Because the moment you say, I know how it works, then the you has come, the I has come, the God within, Guru within vanishes. So when you go within also, you have to submit yourself there also. Surrender only is needed. Inner Guru also you have to submit. That is Devi Kalatra, where Parvati is submitting to the master, to Shiva. Even if you take it inside, you are submitting it to higher power within. Guru Shishya, you sit outside and submit in service to the master outside. You can see that whole pratha is there. That whole working is there. In ashrams and all that. Very good. The second step is if the inner guru is awakened, then there also you need surrender. So you submit to the inner workings by just turning within and something happens. That's what I'm trying to say. Whenever we do this practice, when we go inward, something happens. Maybe it's a spontaneous kriya, maybe it's a feeling of joy, some tears coming out, some happiness, some emotions, some kind of things that's happening. And I still say, I don't know what is this. Whatever it is, it's okay. I submit, I surrender to that. So there I become a witness. That is why I say when people ask that question, I say witness. Because inside the cosmic intelligence knows what it is doing. We are not so smart. Why should we go and investigate that? Are we greater than that Ma Kundalini, or that force, or the God within, or the Guru within? Are we greater and smarter than that? That we want to tackle that? So that is when there is no surrender. So when surrender is there is no questions asked. You are just a witness to everything. This is where the challenge is. You can see people even go mad because the ego wants to control that inner awakening, inner processes also. Their mind is very active. They want to know, they want to question, they want to command, they want to demand, they want to manipulate the inner happenings. They will suffer because the inner guru chamat marega. He will slap you. Whenever we try to prove something greater than that, you will get it. Why you are getting it? What is the meaning of you will be slapped? It is trying to make you humble. Surrender, submit. All those people who have great problems with all those kundali, they go here and there and they activate their kundalini and this things and all kind of things they do. God knows what they practice because most of the practices, even those who have given the practice, they don't explain clearly. Sometimes when people don't have clarity, they'll keep on doing all these things. Especially tantra, mantra, and all, one should be careful. If there is a lot of ego, it hits back in very different ways. It creates a lot of unwanted troubles in the body mind. That's because the ego is present. People ask me all these questions. I say I cannot because you are doing some other practices here and there. You do it here. We don't do any kundalini activations. We never do that. कभी नहीं करते. छेड़खानी करते ही नहीं उसके अंदर जाके. You go and do all these things from here and there, and then you come and then tell. So all that I tell people is submit, surrender to that. Simply surrender. Don't control. Don't act smarter than that. Surrender. Submit yourself. At least in bhav. Submit and see it will immediately drop. Immediately it will drop. But you want to control that. Ego is very strong. Then you'll get nice. Anyways, so that is inner. When I say inner surrender, that's the meaning of it. Outer or inner, you have to surrender only. That's why I'm telling this is the path of surrender. And the third one is a state of complete surrenderedness. Then only that will come. So surrendered that there is no difference between the one who has surrendered and to whom you have surrendered. They become one. Third step. There is no difference between the guru outside, guru inner. There is no in and out now. There is even not saying I am the guru. Because I am the guru, you say there are two tattvas you're talking. I am the guru. There is no talk. That state, you never even say I am Shiva. Shivoham. You cannot say Aham Brahmasmi. Who is the one who is saying Aham Brahmasmi? I am Brahman. Abhi bhi do hai. That state is completely Mauna. Very high state. That is Mukti, Moksha. Who is the speaker? Who is the one who can claim? These two are gone, completely gone. There is no one to say I am Ma Lalita Tripur Sundari because whoever says it, that's pure ego. Whoever is saying मैं शिव हूं, मैं विष्णु हूं, मैं फलाना ढिमकाना हूँ, वो दो है, that ego is speaking. If one really becomes that, there is no noise. Have you ever seen Rama going and saying, "मैं नारायण हूँ"? Anywhere, anywhere in whole Ramayana, where he has told, "मैं नारायण"? Narayana will never speak. If they are one, they will never speak. Vishnu only is doing that work. That's the third level. So in the third level, everything is so one that there is no question of even saying I am grace. Second level tak theek hai. Grace is within me, it is flowing from within me. Whenever I want grace, I go inside, do my practice, and suddenly grace activates and I see. That's what we are learning here. Shifting into awareness is completely about the second. Go inside, you activate. The protection shield, the inner guidance shield, the presence, the divine presence, everything is getting activated. Inside only it is all getting activated. Nowhere needed to go. Nothing from outside is needed. No yantra tantra mantra is needed. Simply a shift is enough. You move into that zone where grace is. But that shift is, see, in that shift also, what until you surrender, can you shift inside? You have to throw yourself inside and the I disappears. You see, whenever you go into samadhi, I disappears. You have submitted, you have drowned. And when you are truly in bliss, truly in that state of grace, truly in the state of oneness, can you even think at that time, I am grace, I am Shiva? You can't, you're just blank. In samadhi, you're just blank. If you even say, or even deep samadhi, you start thinking, I am Shiva, then you are not in that state. So, grace, that state itself is grace, because what is God? God is grace. The Creator is grace. Consciousness is grace, because everything happens through grace. Grace is the function that facilitates everything. Grace is called cosmic intelligence. If a flower is blooming, that's grace. That intelligence inside it, that hidden, unseen intelligence, that force which no human, no thing in this creation can create or recreate. Even a flower with the fragrance, the color, the timings, the shapes. Nobody can do that. I'm talking about one flower. And we have countless flowers, countless plants, countless trees, countless creations, countless species. Look at all the species. Something is running it in it. How does a fish know how to swim? What is that technology that a fish looks like a fish? That shape. Who gave that shape? Wonder these things. The oval shape of that, the fins. You can't imagine. Man cannot even think about it. नजदीक भी नहीं जा सकते उसका. That cosmic, that is grace. Grace is creating everything. Grace itself creates. That grace is needed to manifest it. And by grace only, the whole thing is destroyed. That is why Tirobhava Anugraha Shakti, Panchakritya of Shiva. Shiva was what we are talking as the cosmic intelligence, the supreme. Even if it has to create, you'll see the Panchakritya is needed. In that, grace is needed. Grace, Tirobhava, and Anugraha Shakti. Anugraha Shakti only unfolds. See, Anugraha Shakti it is. That Shakti is itself grace going on. Ichha Shakti is Anugraha. Even for Ichha to come out, without grace, that Ichha will not come. Desire. Without Ichha, the Kriya will not happen. Without grace, there cannot be Jnana in it. Put it anyway. Without grace, it cannot have a desire to create something. Without grace, you will not have a desire to sustain even the things. And without grace, you will not have the desire to return back home. Advaita Vasanam, Ishvara Kripa. Kripa is grace. Then there is Ishvara Kripa. Who is Ishwar? Yeah, same God. Where is that Kripa? In me, I am getting an idea that I want to know about Advaita. I want to go into oneness. I want to be one with God. It is coming within me. And Shiva Sutra is saying, Ishvara Kripa. Avadut Gita is saying, Ishvara Kripa. Advaita Vasanam. For that Vasana to come. What is Vasana? Desire. One Ichha to come also, I need Kripa. And what is that Ichha? That I want to finish everything and go back. Destruction. Even to destroy my falsehood and return to my real Swarupa, I need Ichha. And for that Ichha, I need grace. Ishvara Kripa. Everything is grace. That's what we are talking about. That state where we are telling everything is grace. So this one who's having this Ishvara Kripa, this one who's having Advaita Vasana. This one means I am having Advaita Vasana. I want to go and merge now. I want to move towards moksha. Without Kripa, I cannot get this idea also in my head. That grace is activated in me. So that means what? Grace is in me. And who am I? I am Shiva. Shiva Sutras. From there only I went out into my journey. Shiva only takes the form of ego. From Shiva only ego has come. It's not very difficult to understand. My ego is coming out from myself. Every night I sleep. Where does the personality go, ego go? Merges into the self, into Shiva. Morning it wakes up again. From Shiva only, ego is coming. Ego is again Shakti. So every night, Shakti is going and becoming one with Shiva. And every morning, Shakti is going out, the Ardhanarishwara, the two forms, splits, and it gets busy again in creation. Only thing, this coming to Shiva and going out is very unconscious. That is why it is called as Manolaya. The whole spirituality is to become conscious of this meeting. If you become conscious, the whole riddle is solved. What is conscious? You become aware. So, what are we doing here? Becoming aware. This way, that way, coming to that final stage of being aware of the three states, Tripura, Rahasya. Aware in the Jagrat, aware in the Sushupti, aware in the dream state. So, when I'm aware, Manonasha can happen. Destruction. See, for destruction to happen, yesterday we discussed. Even the practice to do, who am I? Self inquiry, I have to chase the ego. I have to literally go within and find out where is this ego. That is the practice. And we are again and again telling to destroy the ego, awareness is needed because only when you become aware, awareness, this ego disappears. We have seen in those practice, those who have done those webinars, who am I? Self inquiry. When we chase the thoughts and then the mind and then the ego, when you become fully aware of the ego, it disappears. You go into Manolaya. So if you go into Manolaya and while you're watching it and if it disappears, if you go into sleep, it becomes Samadhi, it becomes sleep. Both are not going to help. Towards Mukti, never. So you have to be awake now. That is what we are trying to be. Awake. So while you wakefully see, the ego, become aware of the ego, and you wakefully in awareness see it dissolving, it disappearing, you going into that blankness. That is called manonasha. Bits and pieces of the ego, which is irreversible, starts happening. Now, what I'm trying to say is awareness only can kill that ego. Awareness is Ma Durga. Ego is Mahishasura. Mahishasura Mardini is your awareness. That is why it is known as uninterrupted awareness, Bhairavi. With the Bhairavi, Jagrata, ego cannot survive. If you are fully aware, ego cannot survive. That's the secrets. I'm telling in plain words, very simple words. Now, if this must we understand, it is very clear that, okay, so the final remedy for me to attain self realization or mukti is awareness. I have to make this awareness active, isn't it? जागृत करना है इसको पूरा. So it comes to awareness. Awareness is the key. So awareness is what destroys the ego. So awareness is the destroyer. And for the destroyer to become active, you need Bhairava Kripa. Only when you have Bhairava Kripa, you can become aware. Please understand this. We all are blessed by Bhairava. That is why we are doing this practice. What are you all practicing? Maximum of it. Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. That means Bhairava has to become Jagrat. Now you tell me, have you made it Jagrat? You don't even know it is Jagrat in you. Your journey has brought you here, like it brought me here. Even I didn't know what I'm doing. Now we realize, okay, this is wow, deep, whatever we are doing. So without Bhairav Kripa, you would have never got this idea or inclination to do this practice. Listen carefully what I'm telling. बाद में क्वेश्चन पूछो, आपका ध्यान यहाँ नहीं है. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें बोल रहा हूँ, पूरा सूत्र यहाँ खुल जाएगा. थोड़ा ध्यान देके बैठे तो. क्वेश्चन फेंको बाद में देखेंगे. Be present where Bhairava is present. So without his grace, you cannot even have this thought of becoming aware, because awareness kills the ego. Awareness kills falseness from life. So, and you yourself says, I have not activated the Bhairava within me. Then who activated? Now at least we can understand that there is a self-acting tattvainess. It doesn't need our permission. Something is working without our intelligence. So, can we say the cosmic intelligence is more powerful than us? That is exactly the Panchakritya what we are talking about. Tirobhava nature and Anugrah Shakti. Anugrah Shakti is there within me, that Shakti is doing it. So now can we realize that? Grace is only doing it. Where is I? Where is me? I don't even know what's happening. I'm going with the flow. And all this while I've been feeling I've been doing this, I've been doing that. I've been doing this, that's the ego. Mahishasura. That is why it wants to keep record. It wants to know where I've reached, how far more, और कितना दूर जाना है. Oh, I have done so much of sadhana all these years. meditated so much of hard work I've put. If you become aware, you'll feel embarrassed. I didn't do anything. I'm simply taking the claim. The Bhairav Tattva in me is doing that. Tirobhava nature and the Anugrah Shakti is doing it. This is the answer to the question what was asked. And when I said, I am only grace for a third level, I am only grace. First was what? I am here, no grace. It is with somebody. I have to go. I have to beg, borrow, steal. I have to please. And I run, run, chase. But as I evolve, I understand I did not run. It is within me. Then instead of jumping out, I jump inside. I start moving inside. Grace is within me. First it was out. Now it is within me. Third level is this what I just thought. You start realizing, oh my God, I didn't do anything. Everything is just happening. Life is pure grace. Look around, everything is grace. The sun rising, sun setting. Who's doing it? Grace. Everything is grace. Everything, like my whole journey has been guided so beautifully by grace because I didn't take any logic decisions, though I felt I was taking. Something else was guiding. So I begin realizing, oh my God, it's grace. Anugrah Shakti, Anugrah Shakti, Anugrah Shakti. When you realize it's grace, that is when complete surrender comes. And you understand grace. Then you can even meditate on this that I am only grace. You can contemplate very easily. I am grace. Thank you, Bishop, for asking that question. Now, that question didn't come from Bishop. That question came because we had to listen to this today. That's how grace works. That's what I want to point out. Nobody does anything. We're just instruments. We just complement each other. Now you understand where I sit and say, ask. Because what has to happen, that only will happen there. Now you understand when I say I'm blank. I have nothing to say. Let it come. What has to come. This is how it comes. So we have to understand this. By examples, I'm giving you this whole understanding. Life also works like this. If you understand this, life is stress free. There's basically nothing to do. Maybe you would want to listen to the satsang again. This time, little more attentive because most of you are not paying attention. Your sleep is bothering you, your hunger is bothering you, your other Vishay Vasanas are bothering you. You're not present here. If you're present here, you'll feel the boom grace here right now, like some of you are feeling. That's how life gives us opportunity everywhere, every moment. All that we need is awareness. You have to be aware all the time. If you're not aware, something else will take over you. You lose opportunity. Maybe you want to simply listen to this recording again, a little more silently if you have not listened. It will simply solve the riddle of your life. What you're doing, what you're trying to do, where is the destination, what next, everything will be answered. All the three levels, what we are struggling here with. We're doing retreats, level 1, level 2. What is the level 3? I explained everything here. If you get it, very good. Ishwara Kripa. When you have the blessings of Kaalabhairava, of course, I don't talk much about this tattva. because I don't want people to get again into the devotee approach. You are getting closer, you're understanding, and then again you go into that zone of bhakta. It's not bad or something, but I'm telling you, even if you become a bhakta, you will have to come to again para, second level again. So why delay? I'm telling you, all this whole process is blessed by Kaalabhairava. This whole process, what we do here is Kaalabhairava. Anything that breaks or helps you break to merge into that nothingness is 100% Kaalabhairava, the grace of Kaalabhairava. Anything, maybe one thing you destroyed in a day. One day, some wrong idea you destroyed, one concept you destroyed. That concept cannot be destroyed without Kaalabhairava's grace. Concept is vibration, sound. Concept is nothing but bunch of thoughts. Beliefs are nothing but bunch of thoughts. Thoughts are nothing but vibrations. Vibration is nothing but sound, nada. Rava means nada, sound. Bhairava means the one who goes beyond sound, the one who finishes the sound. So the one who finishes the noise, the concepts, the beliefs, is Bhairava Tattva. So you must activate that awareness. Bhairava and Bhairavi work hand in hand. Bhairavi is uninterrupted awareness. So you just expanding and stabilizing your awareness is itself the grace of Kaalabhairava. All what we have done 3 years is all grace of Kaalabhairava. Because what we are doing here, every single session, every single webinar retreats, we are simply thrashing out concepts, becoming empty. All kind of concepts. What else do we talk here? It's all concept breaking process only. And Bhairava it is. Breaking all the sounds. And only Bhairava can do. Why? It's a Ugra force. It is a no nonsense force. It cannot be tamed by the ego. It cannot be pleased and flattered by the ego. It is ruthless. That is why the look of Bhairava itself is ferocious, big eyes. It can stare into your ignorance. That is Kaalabhairava Kripa. It will simply stare at you. Very scary. Whom it is scary? Who can get scared of Kaalabhairava? Ego only. Ego shivers in front of Kala because it knows it is going to die. It cannot survive. So, and you need Kaalabhairava Tattva because the ego is very strong. The subtle forces, these concepts and all the nonsense, clutters, is so strong. It has to have a fierce effect. And you see all the Kaalabhairava Tattvas, which is expressed in so many ways. They are fearless. They don't care about it. You can see there will be many oppositions whenever these tattvas. Now you see all these new things happening. Somebody suddenly appearing in the Kumbh Mela and so much of things going on, so much of content coming out, raw content from the person who, the IITian person, the monk, whatever it is. These are all the play of consciousness. There's no need to judge also whether he's good or bad. Don't get into all those debates. One party will tell he's good, one party will tell he's mental. but I can see Kaal Bhairav Tattva active. उतना कह रहा हूँ because काल भैरव तत्व टॉपिक्स आर सच दैट ये ईगो को सहन नहीं होता, सहनीय. These concepts and these beliefs in which we are sitting in comfortable zone when Kal Bhairav Tattva comes, it might come through many ways. It will come. No one person is Kal Bhairav. No one person is Shiva. It's not about that. The person might feel Shiva Kal Bhairav. That is the force of that. But not. It is not an individual tattva. It's spread out. It's a Guru tattva. It's simply active. I have told this before also. I'm telling it again now. You'll see 15, 20-year-old children in the next 5 to 10 years talking what I'm talking. And all these so-called secrets, I'm telling you now, इधर तक दबा के रखें till now. Whatever people are saying, the close secrets, we'll keep it close. It will all come out. Just see. The tattvas of Shiva Sutras, Kal Bhairav tattvas. You see, everything will start spilling out now. It has begun. It's got activated. And it cannot be stopped because that is the Tirobhava nature of the collective consciousness. Anugrah Shakti se ho raha hai. Why? Pralay ho raha hai. Yugas will change. How it will change until you don't give up the nonsense. The collective does not give up the nonsense. How it will happen? So collectively, it's activated. It's happening. Control people will have a problem. All the groups and big communities who have tried to keep control over their people through beliefs and this and that, hierarchy systems, watch out. All the hierarchy systems, which created so much of superiority and inferiority among people. I am great, you are low, fall at my feet, be at my feet, do as I say, only what I say is final. So, bighar jayega. That's happening already. That is why this whole chaos, it's not digestible. Why people feel it's crazy. See, when I was talking, thank God I have not gone into that zone. It's a big headache. But I have told many things. If you see my old videos 3 years back, which is now coming up, and I told that time also. You keep that time when I started talking 3 years back, these guys were behind me. They sent people. They tried to do. Even now they try to do. Somehow they want to stop something. Uppar crook isko karenge. So many ways they are trying because it's an unstoppable force. It's going. It's affecting. And I told that time also 3 years back because that time the pressure was too much. Now it's okay. That time it was too much. I was literally scared at that time. I was very new to all this thing, but the force within was saying, go ahead with it. But that time I told, मेरा मुंह बंद करोगे तो दूसरा आएगा, दूसरा नहीं तो तीसरा आएगा. It's a रक्त बीज है. Nobody can stop the truth. If not one, two, three, 10 millions will come. You see, it will start standing up because the consciousness, the awareness, the inner guru of people is activating. Watch this out. Again, I'm telling. In the coming decades, you see, the inner guru of people will get so much awakened that the dependency on the outer will start reducing very drastically. That this might be seen as something unnatural, but I deeply know it is very natural. It is meant to be. That's how the process is going. The human egos might not understand it. They might oppress it. They might suppress it. They might try to do this and that. But then that is what Mahishasur tried to do when he was at the stake of that rising awareness of Durga. But in the end, what happens? Cosmic intelligence only can win. I need not even say that. Quite understood. We have realized in everyday life also. वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है. Ultimately, who takes the last? Who has the last talk? Ultimately, it goes there only. How much ever we humans try to do this and that, at the end of the day, we pack up. We have to pack up and submit to something that's higher than us. However great we think, but we are not learning that. Though it is proven every single moment, we are not learning that. But we will learn. But that's why I say the Mahaguru, a tattva which is there, it will slowly make us understand. So it is better that we have an awakening. Pratibhigna, we remember this whole process. Where am I talking this from? This is there within us. This knowing is there within us. That knowing only is converting into talk. There is some knowing. Even I don't know what is that knowing, where it is, or what it is. I don't see anything structured within. All these things are not structured, like it's like in the form of books and neatly. It's very random, but it's there. And it's there in all of us. That is what I'm telling. That tattva is getting activated in everybody. You will see so many mini gurus rising. You can see already the next generation. They're not interested to learn from anybody. Not out of arrogance, because the Shakti within is activated. Anugrah Shakti is activated within them. They know a lot of things. So there is no icha, there is no desire to learn anything from outside. They know it. You tell them and they already know it. Is this a miracle? Not a miracle. These are all right souls. In their previous janmas, they had come like for example, you guys are there, we are all sitting here. Let us say we conquer before finishing our journey. We will come back as very right souls. That's all. Next generation might say then, oh, these are lucky souls. दिव्यात्मा नहीं, हम भी अपना चक्की पीस के ही आए. We have also done our work. It's all a progression. So all these children and next generation that you see, these are all right souls, returned souls. They're coming back because their mission is not fulfilled. They have done tapas, they have done sadhanas, they have taken dikshas, they have had gurus. You'll see such children coming now who did all this, but the final they have not attained. So they come back. So don't be depressed even if you leave your body before the final goal. That's the cosmic intelligence play, because sometimes it prepares for the next generation. It's all the old cosmic blueprint is that way. Something preparing for the next. So we might think, oh, I didn't achieve my goal. And no, it's not like that. I didn't achieve my goal means I am the doer. Then that guy will suffer. That person will suffer. But when you understand, it says Anugrah Shakti. Who cares? That's why I've told this from many years. Who cares even about liberation? Who cares about moksha? Who cares means it simply means when it has to happen, it will happen. What is it right now that I'm to attain? I'm here in the now. All of us who are dying to get moksha are doers. Become fully conscious of this. All those who are becoming very impatient, ab hoga, kya hoga, are the doers yet. We have still a lot to learn. कब होगा क्या होगा वही होगा जो मंजूर खुदा. Once you learn this, once you realize this, you just simply drop. You say, oh, fine. What did we talk yesterday? Enjoy the journey. Why be so obsessed with the destination? Be in the journey, because we are here for a purpose. Whatever is supposed to happen right now, we are serving the purpose. Even if you are ignorant, that ignorance is serving somebody else. You never know. Everything has a purpose. Now, that person was telling his parents, because of his parents, he's so frustrated. He is not even forgiving his parents. Okay, his journey, very good. That's his point of view, perspective. But if you look at the whole cosmos blueprint, can we not see that the parents became the reason for who he is today? that aggression, that mumukshatva, mumuksha tattva, where did he get it from? From ignorant parents. So isn't Shiva in those parents? Who's activated that? Through this drama of becoming a parent. This is how we have to look at things. All in the blueprint. Everything is working out. The play of consciousness. Everything is needed. Now look at their parents' journey. Where are they on the journey? Maybe not where the sun is reached, but they had a role to play. How if they become aware and say that, oh wow, somebody used me as an instrument or something, and start becoming grateful? They are where they are supposed to be. Their journey also is valid. So everything is valid in this whole cosmos. Why are we hurrying? Why are we so impatient? Why are we into that mode of taking things, everything into our hands? Why can't we simply see the whole Nugra Shakti playing itself out? Yes, when we are in the mind ego, we might not like it. That's another thing. It might be painful, understood. But then what are we learning? Anugrah Shakti is giving us opportunity to even learn this and understand why you're suffering. So when I understand why I'm suffering, so many modalities, the message is reaching us, right? Why am I suffering? Still, I do not want to learn. Think about it. That's why I always get headache in every retreat. I am somewhere trying to control. For those who get headache, it's a good news. At least pata chala head to have because you got a head. That head can be a lot of barrier. If Ichha Shakti comes from grace, then why Ichha Gyan are hurdles at time? Is it lack of awareness? Why it is a hurdle? What is hurdle? I just explained. For us, we might think it's an hurdle. Ichha is our hurdle. No. You do a wrong Ichha and you fall into some trap. That trap gives you a such chatka that you'll boom, you'll fly up. You see, everybody is here on the spiritual journey because somewhere or the other we have got chatkas, we have got burnt, shocks we have got. Now, how did we get into those shocks? My Ichha only, right? Without my Ichha, will I go and put my hand into all those things? So I might say this Ichha is creating hurdle. Arey, because of the hurdle, you are catapulting out. That's how the whole system works. All hurdles are grace. I had made this video last year. Suffering is grace. It's grace within me that prompted me to ask this question so others can hear this about you. Yes, but don't claim it. Be aware of it. Because the moment you might say, it is a grace within me that, because of this today's satsang happened, because then it's gone somewhere else. But if you understand, oh wow, nice. I see even the Lord performing through me, functioning through me, and you're okay with it. In silence, the whole thing settled down. Then that's grace. That's grace to even see that I must be graceful when I find that the grace is working through. Is it that every soul will keep taking somebody until it realizes itself, or only if it has had this desire? No. That's what we are trying to say. You don't matter. You, the God, matters. You, the ego, doesn't matter. There are two aspects in you, Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is the godliness. Shiva is the perfected being. Shakti is the one who's creating. So the Shakti will keep on doing because it's the creator of those desires. So whatever Shakti feels, it might do, but it's not based on the Shakti here, like what you asked. Ultimately, the whole thing sucks itself back. The whole creation. That sucking power is called as Anugrah Shakti. Tirubhava nature, again, Panchakritya. Shiva has that. When it descends down as Shakti and goes and plays, inside there is a small aspect of Anugrah Shakti waiting for Tirubhava, for the return. When it goes to the extreme, it activates and it starts returning back. So the force is there in that Shakti only. So Shakti also is not in control, if you see. Actually speaking, it's that grace, that Jnana Shakti, that Jnana which is there in that. That power, that intelligence, it even overrides the Icha and Kriya, Jnana Shakti. That's Murugan. When Jnana Shakti stands, even Icha and Kriya stops. So Shakti might feel, no, it is my desire. But who's generating that desire? Who's the power for that desire? Without that power, you cannot have desire. That's what we are telling, no? Ishvara Kripa, Advaita Vasanam. Advaita Vasanam, we can say, oh, I have a lot of interest in spirituality. I want to go deep. I want to go deep. You might say it is my interest. But where did that interest generate from? Where did that thought come into your mind? Why it is not coming in your neighbor's mind? Why in your mind only? There we can understand this whole thing. And that is not in your control. That is what you must see. That thought from where it is germinating, it is not in your control. Did you plant it? You didn't do it. So even if I go on taking multiple bodies or whatever, why am I taking multiple bodies? To reach the destination only. And all these multiple bodies, what happens? The journey is ascending. It begins from all these millions of yonis. Slowly it is evolving. Even a rock becomes a mineral eventually. Now, the rock doesn't have mind, it doesn't have desire, it doesn't have intention. But a rock eventually becomes a crystal, mineral kingdom. And that mineral eventually turns into plant kingdom. Plant eventually turns into animal kingdom. Animal eventually turns into the human kingdom. And from human, there is liberation, or some other detours like gods, deities, and this and that, angels and stuff. But again, you go there also, again, you got to come back here. So, what is that force that makes you come back for the final? That is Anugrah Shakti. When this is understood, surrender word is not very difficult to understand. You bow to that cosmic intelligence within. So, every soul in some lifetime will go through this journey. Is there still a doubt? I told you all the examples. Is there a doubt when, because you have also come from mineral, plant, animal. You have been through all the yonis. You are not here just directly, you are not come as a human being. You have gone through all the, it's a long journey. That is why Rumi says, the one that brought you till here will take you further. Simple. The one that led you here. Because he asked the question, who will guide me further? I'm lost. And Rumi says, the one that guided you till here will guide you further. तो डर का है का किस चीज का है? We have to investigate and see how did I reach here. Everybody became madhyams. Even the external masters, everything, they are all instruments. But there is something overriding. Even through the gurus, what is working? I'm talking about that. We are limited. We only catch the instruments. What is that was working through the instrument? One night, two nights, so many instruments. When I am God, nothing else is left to ask. But Again, when you say I am God, just become deeply aware and see who's saying this I am God. If it is the ego, just be very careful. Otherwise, if I am God, what is there left to ask? Aham Brahmasmi Shivo Aham. I've reached. That is a dangerous statement when you feel I've reached. It's really the grace is there because I asked a question on basis of my past current situation, and through this satsang I got my answers. Thank you. It's very clear. Today's satsang was very deep. In fact, last 2 and 3 days, yesterday, day before yesterday, and today, 3 days was deep. If you are paying attention, those who pay attention will know it. Okay, nothing else, right? I'll put this also on YouTube. It's very good if people understand this, if they can get it. All these myths about beliefs will go because they still feel this is a different path. This guy is doing something different. We are doing something different. Yesterday, I talked about Sanatan, and there were comments on YouTube, opposition comments. Don't become anti Sanatani. They're talking about Christian missionaries and blah, 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 stuff like that. So they still feel I'm a Christian. I have told this before. I don't identify myself with Christian or Hindu or Muslim or anything like that. Because when you know you are the spirit, how can you, that spirit have anything to catch on? I'm just telling the ultimate truth which is there. Sanatan simply means that which is. Anything after that, whatever you label on that, is human minds. Even the word Sanatan is a human word. You remove Sanatan, don't you think it will exist? It will exist still. This whole Prakriti will function even without words. You go to the Amazon forest, they don't even know what is Sanatan, but Sanatan is helping them. Sanatan is there in all the religions. Even if a Muslim or a Christian or a Sikh or a Parsi or an atheist is being good, is being natural, spontaneous, pure, he is a Sanatan without question. I told you, right? Yesterday, my friend, I went to the factory and he was there and he was telling my apne mein jeeta. Yeah, I forgot to mention. While he was saying that and he was smoking his cigarette and he was talking about his language also is not so good. गाली वाली निकलता है बीच बीच में. So if you look at that person, we spiritual person will tell non-spiritual. But I'm telling you, he's more spiritual than even many spiritual people that I've met. Many sadhaks, many seekers whom I've met. He's more spiritual. गाली भी दे रहा है, ये भी कर रहा है. All those things are there. And at the same time, one dog came there. He ran behind the dog. Caught the dog in his arm. Nobody will catch a stray dog like that. He's holding it in his hand and he's telling इसको ना हम खाना दे देंगे. उसका डब्बा ढूंढ रहा है. His tiffin is searching to give that dog. इसको यहाँ रखेंगे, ये भूखा घूमता है. It, I see it going hungry. पेट पिचका हुआ है. He's thinking about his tiffin to give. This is godly man. Much better than many of the seekers, spiritual seekers. Very advanced. So who is this? Sanatani. That feeling which is natural, compassionate, healing, love, unconditional love, servitude, gratitude, spontaneity, purity. That is Sanat. Now see when we give the actual meaning of it, many will not like it. Because we have limited beliefs of that. We have our own agendas with those terminologies. In whichever sentence there is I, there is still duality, right? Yes, absolutely. For example, I am God. There are two. And that's why I said, even I don't know, nobody has talked about this, but I strongly feel even Aham Brahmasmi is not complete. Shivoham is not complete because Shivoham Tattvamasi is not complete because there are two. I can still see that. That will vanish. The real state of Tattvamasi or Aham Brahmasmi, all the Mahakavyas. There is no one to say it. There is still two in the sentence, I and God. There is separateness still beyond duality and non duality. There will exist only am, drops the identity. Yes, absolutely. Even the I am state, this is known as the I am state. I am Jake. So I am some personality. That's ego, pure ego. So when that ego starts dissolving, subtle ego will remain. I am will remain. I am Jake is gone. Now who am I? I don't know. I don't in that state of samadhi or very close to samadhi, you'll see that. You are there, you are existing. मैं हूँ जिंदा हूँ. But I don't know who, whether I'm a boy, girl, Indian, Pakistani, which nationality, nothing. I don't know anything, but I exist. That is I amness. Subtle ego, that is Anandmaya Kosha. And then the I has to, that I am also they say is complete, but I don't agree. That is I am. Now you go one more step up, they say I am God. I am Shiva. It was previously I am Jake, then the Jake falls, then you say I am, you suspend there. Now, when you realize God, that state is called Shivoham. I am Shiva. But I'm saying this I is the problem. This someone is there to know that I am something that's not complete. So as you said, amness is correct. I must drop. Am. Only am must be there. And that amness itself is that state of Shiva. There you can say that. Am Shiva. I am Shiva Vini. Am Shiva. And beyond that, beyond that, Turyatit, Gunatit, Nirguna Nirakara, there is complete absence of even an experience. This state of amness is called Satchidananda. But beyond that, am also the black, nothing, Parabhairava state. There is absolutely no Satchidananda experience also because there is no experiencer there. You can say Satchidananda because there is somebody experiencing it. There are two still there. There is an experiencer and there is something that has been experienced as Ananda. And the experience, these three things are there. So that final state we have not yet talked about because I didn't want to confuse many. But that is the Parabhairava state. Mahakal state. It's very interesting. All these things are very, very interesting because they symbolize so much in depth. And these, what we are talking outside temples and all this, nothing but it is all our internal state. The Bhairava sitting in Ujjain or in Banaras, that's a direct representative of the Parabhairava state, what we are all trying to achieve, Shunya, state of Shunya. Anyways, from that nothingness is where everything comes, creation and all comes. So when we say Pralaya, it returns back to that is why the dark is so scary. डर लगता है सब महाकाल महाकाली because it devours everything and the ego is very scared of it because nobody wants to die, nobody wants to be not present. That is why they are the most ferocious in fierce forms. They are not. It is only when you are looking from the objective or egoistic mode, then only it will look very ferocious. Otherwise, it's not. Anyways, yes, I drops, all identity drops, nothing to become, nowhere to go. Yes, absolutely, nowhere to go. It's all in the here and now. It's done, it's final, finished. When everything is coming with grace, then why there is unrest to attain in this lifetime? Is intense mumukshatva also grace? Absolutely. Mumukshatva means grace, means intense mumukshatva is also grace. Different levels of Shaktipat you get through. Manda Shaktipat, Madhya Shaktipat, Tivra Shaktipat. Various levels are there of Shaktipat. The Shaktipat is all these doses you keep getting in life every day. Every day that turns you spiritual, every day that turns you within, every day, every moment that makes you rise. Something or the other karan is there, some cause is there by which you rise. कुछ तो कारण चाहिए जिसकी वजह से आप ऊपर जाते हो. That karan is known as Shaktipat. 3 levels of Shaktipat. In that also there are 333. Manda Shaktipat, Madhya Shaktipat, Tivra Shaktipat. In that again 3 3. Mand, 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 Madhya, Mand, Tivra. Then Madhya, Mand, Madhya, 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 Tivra. Then Tivra, Madhya, Mand, Tivra, Madhya, and Tivra, Tivra. So these intensity, what you call intense mumukshatva, as the Shaktipat doses keep on increasing, intensely there will be changes in life happening. In Kaalabhairava, when it's activated, how to know the presence of Kaalabhairava? If you see in your life many things being just destroyed, suddenly life changes, kuch to ho raha hai, some unwanted thing suddenly happening in your life, some untoward incident, something which you never thought, and you think something wrong has happened. That's actually a negative positive. Something positive is happening, but it looks negative. So it looks like a negative positive. Positive, you don't know. You feel it's very negative. Something harsh is happening. This is going, that is going, everything is going. Something is tumbling. Kaal Bhairav activate ho chuka hai. What is not for your ultimate good will not be kept. It will simply remove. You will understand this is the grace of Kaal Bhairav. This is happening in life. A sense of peace will start coming. Grace of Kaal Bhairav. A sense of security, comfort, protection will start coming. Kaal Bhairav. Mysteriously, you will be guided and protected. Mysteriously, you don't even know. I am talking from my life examples only. With full experience and full confidence and conviction, I'm telling you to that. I noticed this only once in Saturgiri Hill when that dog came and saved me in that jungle. Black dog. Nothing but Kaalabhairava. If you are an intent seeker, which again comes for grace, then the grace support will be anything and everything that is needed for the journey will come to you, but the ego does not agree to it. The ego has its own comfort. उसने अपना plan बना रखा है. तो मेरा plan जब चौपट होता है, मुझे लगता है कि सब चौपट हो गया. Everything is gone wrong. That's the ego's plans. That is why we define everything as pain, 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 pain. Ye pain, wo pain. Who is paining? Yesterday I told, who is the sufferer? Ego. Nobody else suffers. Ego is not digesting this concept. How to stabilize? Don't worry. वो कर देगा. ईगो है कि मानता नहीं, वो मनवा देगा. वही तो दुर्गा सप्तशती इज व्हाट दैट ओनली इट इज राइट. इतना लंबा दुर्गा सप्तशती क्यों चला? हाँ, सिंपल है। महिषासुर विलियन है एंड द हीरोइन, खत्म। उठा, शक्ति, शक्ति इज पावरफुल, खत्म कर दिया। ये नहीं, लंबा चल पार्ट, क्या क्या नौटंकी चलता है उसके अंदर, ड्रामा। एंड महिषासुर डायरेक्ट नहीं आता, डायरेक्ट। यू हैव सीन द फिल्म, हिंदी बॉलीवुड फिल्म? Nowadays I don't know, those days there were a villain is sitting there somewhere. Villain directly नहीं आता entry, first his goons will fight like Sholay. His little goons will, you will have to वहां निपटना पड़ेगा, हीरो को उधर निपटना पड़ता है। Hero will directly not go to Amjad Khan. They will fight the small goons, and from there slowly they'll reach the adda. Now see, Ram, he did not directly go to Lanka. So many asuras he had to be in between. He had to fight mini asuras, mini Ravana, so that Mahishasura is not so easy to get. तो उसके लिए लंबी स्टोरीज बनती है। दुर्गा सप्तशती इज दैट ओनली। व्हाट इज दुर्गा सप्तशती माय डियर? इट इज योर लाइफ एंड माय लाइफ ओनली। इट डिड नॉट हैपन वंस अपॉन अ टाइम। हमारे जिंदगी में दुर्गा सप्तशती होता है, हमारे जिंदगी में रामायण होता है, हमारे जिंदगी में महाभारत होता है। ऑल दीज आर ट्रांसलेशंस ऑफ आवर लाइफ ओनली। If you turn inward all these scriptures, you will see your scriptures living inside you only. All Durga Shapsati is here. So you say मानता नहीं है, वो भी नहीं मान रहा था, थोड़ा लंबा टाइम लगेगा, चलने दो। दुर्गा सप्तशती थोड़ा लंबा ही चलता है। Slowly, one by one, all these asuras will be killed. Then that main Mahishasur Mardina, Mahishasur का all arms will be getting cut. उसका जो power है, so much of power, that will get reduced, and then finally it will have no support. So directly it cannot be. That is what our life is all about. This petty, small things are there. Then who is the main Mahishasura? Main Mahishasura, subtle ego. लास्ट में पहुंचेगा that I am a sannyasi, I am a guru, I am pure, I am a saint. That is the real one. That is why people are blaming that guy, poor thing, when he said guru is an asura, you have to kill. Poor thing, everybody took pade us par, because the belief is that guru is God, and this guy is this IIT Baba is directly telling so many asuras we have to kill, and in that guru asura is there. He is not meaning that guru is a demon. The concept of guru has become a demon. That's what even the Shastras are talking so much about. Even Ashtavakra Gita is telling, even the sannyasi is not able to digest this. Ashtavakra Gita. Even the law and cloth people. Why? Because there is one feeling that I am a sannyasi, I am a renunciate. That feeling is there. I am someone divine. That is the Mahishasura sitting there. Last one. And when that goes, Mahishasura Vad, you're done. But it's a very controversial subject. If it is not understood properly, it can seem very confusing, and it can seem very, what you call, very, very controversial. So Bechara, he's talking from a different state of consciousness. He is openly telling, like I am telling many of the things. It just comes out in the open. It's not with an agenda. He is not anti-guru. He is not anti someone. He is simply destroying concepts, what he's trying to say. And I fully understand what he's trying to say. Anyways, I think it's late. So we'll end it with a small prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti. May we all be blessed, may we all evolve, may we all be free. Stay blessed. See you soon.